This morning.
Today is Tuesday, May 21st. Good morning, and thank you for waking up with us. I'm Dane Hawkins, and we're joined by KQ2 meteorologist Vanessa Alonso on this very wet Tuesday.
Yeah, all is quiet.
Missouri Highway Patrol is continuing their search this morning for the fisherman that went missing on the Missouri River last week. Family friends say the man had set out onto the river on Thursday to fish. Then Friday morning, they say they discovered the man's vehicle on the access ramp still running with a trailer attached. His boat was found roughly 2 miles away from that ramp. Highway Patrol was back out on the river yesterday searching for the man that went missing near Amazonia. Highway Patrol has yet to release the man's identity. This morning, a St. Joseph man is headed to prison for 9 years after being sentenced for multiple burglaries. Take a look at your screen there. This is Logan Tipton. According to prosecutors, he pulled a gun on a homeowner during one break-in and was also caught on camera trying to break into another house. Tipton was finally arrested after a 4-hour standoff with police at a home on Albuquerque Street last December. And during the sentencing, Tipton claimed he never displayed a weapon during the burglary and that drug use caused him to mistakenly believe he was at his friend's home.
And now it's 16.
Thanks, Vanessa. Federal relief is on the way for flooded communities of northwest Missouri. Last night, President Trump approved Governor Parsons' request for major disaster declaration. With this declaration, counties can receive federal assistance for repairs to roads, bridges, and other public infrastructure and emergency response from devastating March flooding. 13 counties in the state will receive relief, including Buchanan, Andrew, Atchison, and Holt counties. Parsons requested the declaration on April 24th when there was $25 million of damage expenses identified. The federal government is still reviewing Parsons' request for FEMA assistance to individual residents in Andrew, Atchison, Buchanan, and Holt and Platte counties. St. Joseph City Council is rethinking how it wants to spend some federal housing dollars. After their meeting last night, the council amended a bill that would have entirely cut Habitat for Humanity from receiving any of the about $500,000 of funds set aside for low-income housing projects. Last year, Habitat had split the money with Community Action Partnership, but a committee recommended that Habitat be written out of the budget for next year altogether. But council members voted unanimously to reconsider. The amended motion has Habitat for Humanity receiving $90,000 of the roughly $480,000 housing budget. Council is just beginning to look at banning what some are calling a dangerous over-the-counter drug. Kratom is a plant-based substance that some say provides medical benefits for pain and anxiety, but others say it has no place in St. Joseph.
Literally, kratom is, the way it's being sold and regulated in town, is preying on the ones who are battling addiction.
Alternative medicine store co-owner Andrew Hicks, one of the people happy to see City Council looking to ban kratom.
I'm totally against opiates altogether.
The DEA wanted the plant-based temporary mind-altering substance to be categorized with drugs like LSD and ecstasy back in 2016.
The Drug Enforcement Administration, the Food and Drug Administration, they are viewing it as a Schedule I drug. That's what they would like to see it. So they're saying it is just as bad as your other opiates, whether it's the heroin, the coke, and then getting into cocaine, meth.
But after strong public opposition, the new classification was canceled, allowing the Southeast Asian grown and produced kratom to still be sold unregulated over the counter in vape stores and gas stations alike in most states, including Missouri.
There's a lack of certification for the actual plant matter. You can say that it has kratom in it, but there's no regulation on it, so you don't know if that's actually what's in the product.
This is one of those drugs that seems to be combined with other drugs, so we haven't seen somebody that just uses the kratom only. It is mixed with the opiates or other drugs, cough syrup.
Someone who's going to mix it is going to be someone who's battling addiction,
which has some physicians and law enforcement concerned.
We've had a couple patients come in that have been addicted to kratom, and they had to keep taking more and more of it because it was addictive, and ended up taking 90 tablets a day.
Which is why St. Joseph City Council is looking to eliminate the substance altogether within city limits.
For the city and the mayor and the chief of police to take those steps to put this into place, to ban it in the city, I think says a lot about what they are, how they're wanting to improve our city.
Last night was just the first reading of that bill. Another bill the council is looking at for the first time is allowing the fountain at the Civic Center Park to be restored and ran again. The more than 100-year-old fountain had work done on it about 5 years ago, but has only been used sparingly since then. Now work needs to be done to fix the internal workings of that fountain to allow it to run. City Parks Department is hoping the fix will keep the fountain's history intact. If the contract agreement is approved in 2 weeks, work could start at the end of the month and be completed by the end of summer. And as summer break nears, the St. Joseph School District is looking to the future. The district has launched their first phase of their master facilities plan process. One of those first steps included hiring an architectural group, DLR, to tour the facilities, grading each facility based on guidelines for good instructional practices and facilities. Now, the district wants to engage the community in shaping the vision for the future. Superintendent Doug Van Zyl says a short online survey is now available for you to take part in.
The engagement.
He says there will be a series of surveys throughout the process, and they'll start out basic and get more in depth along the way. You can find the link to that first survey on our website, kq2.com. Severe storms are sweeping across the Midwest. How states brace themselves to survive this latest round of storms. Stay tuned.